Hello, my darlings. This is Mrs. Welch coming to you for the Cavendish Fletcher Community Library, and it's Western Month. And so the book I'm reading today is called Where Horses Run Free, A Dream for the American Mustang. Now, there are wild horses out west, and they are called Mustangs. So this is it's based on a true story about the Mustangs. Once the wild horses ran free across the open plains. But then the settlers came. They built fences that divided up the land, and the horses had nowhere to go. Useless animals, the settlers said. Years pass, and in come the helicopters and trucks. The lead mare tries to take her herd into the forest in safety, but the trucks and helicopters drive the horses into pens. They are loaded on trucks and taken many miles away to government holding lots. Useless animals, everyone says. The pens and the lots are crowded with horses from all over the country. Some have been there for a long time. They're sick in body and spirit. Their eyes have grown dull. Their hooves are twisted through lack of exercise. The lead mare is a strong horse. She rears and kicks and bites, but she's forced into a pen and made a prisoner. Soon she too has dull eyes and a rough, dusty coat. Soon she too has her head hanging close to the ground. Now about this time, a cowboy comes whistling down the mountains in his old pickup truck. All his life, this cowboy has worked with horses, and when he sees great herds of wild horses crowded into a pen, he feels a terrible hurt for them. He looks at the lead mare, and she looks back at him, a flicker of fire still in her eyes. "I'm going to get you out of here," the cowboy promises. "I'm going to get you all out." The cowboy has no money, but he knows he's doing right, and that things will just work out. He finds land in South Dakota, 11,000 acres of wilderness in the Black Hills by the Cheyenne River. It's perfect. The cowboy raises enough money for a down payment on the land. Then he sends for the horses. They come from the lots in truckloads. Some horses are rib thin. Some are too sick to stand. Some are so scared they scream and lash out their hooves as they're unloaded from the trucks. Trucks drive away and the horses huddle together, still frightened and confused. Then one sniffs the air and smells freedom. She walks away from the herd, treading carefully as though she's on ice. A few steps, and she begins to canter. Before long, a stream of horses is thundering up the trail, their tails and manes flying. Gradually, the noise dies away, and all that can be seen is a cloud of dust. But one horse remains where the truck has left her. She lies on the ground, too weak to move. It's the old lead mare who is faded to skin and bone. The cowboy brings the mare grain, but she can't eat lying down, and she doesn't have the strength to get to her feet. Gently, the cowboy rolls over so he can get his shoulder under her belly, and he heaves. The mare struggles. He heaves again. Now his back is under her. Her hooves are striking the earth. He pushes and pushes until at last she comes up. The mare leans against a post, the mound of grain under her nose. Her fear of the cowboy is small beside her hunger. She eats and eats and eats while the cowboy scratches her back. As the months go by, more trucks come in from government lots and more horses find freedom. Every day, the cowboy drives among the herds of wild horses, getting to know them and making sure that they are well. Sometimes a big old horse will run up to him and place her head against his chest. The cowboy smiles at the old lead mare and scratches behind her ear. "Useless animal," he says. This has been Mrs. Welch from the Cavendish Fletcher Community Library. We'll see you soon.